Hi, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with our weekly wisdom for December 2nd through the 9th. I checked the calendar. Full moon tomorrow and then followed by Mercury Retrograde. We are in for some pretty intense energy. This is a really powerful and important moon. It is the full cold moon, which signifies the beginning of winter here in the northern hemisphere. I know all of you Aussies down there in the southern hemisphere are getting ready for summer, but we are freezing, and that's why I am still inside my kitchen. I have a surprise for you. Not only did I pull 3 cards for this week, but I pulled a card for each of the signs to see what you need to focus on during the full moon and the Mercury retrograde. So this energy will carry for almost the rest of the month, for at least the next 3 weeks, and then 2 weeks of the shadow period. So stay tuned for that. I do have my little black magic bag. I'm going to put the joy card back in there. I've left it out on my kitchen table all week so it would remind me to stay joyous, even though a lot of times it was very hard this week, and I know I've heard from quite a few many of you it is very hard to stay in that energy. But that's why I pull the little card from the bag. It's not so much this is what the energy is going to be. This is what you should focus on. If you find yourself really grumpy, stop yourself in your footsteps. Jump around, laugh. It will completely shift your mind. And you know, my tried and true trick is to take a nap. Now, I did take some notes. I want to make sure I stay on point because I have a lot of information to give you, especially with a card for each of the signs. So I've already written about the full moon and this Mercury retrograde. You can go back and check my blogs. I did mention last week that I wanted to start a weekly wellness blog, maybe an extra video or incorporate it into this video. And I can't seem to launch my ideas. I have tons of ideas. I have these sparks of different things when I'm driving and I can't write anything down or I can't blog about it. All these different ideas are coming to me and then they stall as soon as I get on my computer. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the Mercury retrograde energy. I have so many wonderful ideas and I want to share wellness with you because it's such a part of our lives. I think paying attention to our mind, body, and spirit is so essential, especially if you want to be happy and joyous and prosperous and manifest. And I just can't seem to get my ideas and the messages that I have in my head out to all of you. And I really think it is Mercury retrograde energy, and so I apologize, but I'm hoping that these sparks turn into some flames of manifestation. And I don't even know what the purpose is actually, but I think it's important that we all do pay attention to our health and our wellness of mind, body, and spirit. So the 3 things that I think are most important right now is to sleep. Sleep is essentially important. If you want to feel good, you have to get like 6 to 8 hours of sleep per night. I know a lot of you struggle with this. Maybe you should take some melatonin. I use lavender essential oils a lot of times. I rub them on my hands, my feet, the back of my neck, and my temples before I go to sleep so that I can get myself into a nice peaceful rest. Hydrate. It's so super important to hydrate. Drink at least half of your body weight in water per day. Although I saw Chris with Techies live Serious Joy yesterday, and they were talking about fluoride in the water, and now I am so freaked out about hydrating. I don't have the proper filters. Excuse me. I was overly obsessed about researching this last night that I didn't get to sleep until about 11 o'clock, and I had to get up early today. And then I just asked for guidance to come my way, and I can't obsess over it. That's what I was told. It is what it is, but you know, you can do your own research. Fluoride has been linked to so many health issues, especially weight gain and the controlling of the mind, believe it or not, from communities. It causes depression, a myriad of things. It's been known to cause cancer and a lot of illness in people, so you may want to check into that yourself. And the other thing that I wanted to point out, it's so important to move, especially with winter coming. Even if you're only dancing in your own living room, you know, try and get out and walk. Try to, you know, move and groove. If you're watching TV, get up while the commercials are on and get moving. You know, sometimes I do standing walking during commercials if I happen to be watching TV. I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore. I don't have the time. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I have for you for your wellness for this week. And I do want to point out, one of my friends and readers and clients said maybe health issues, and I have heard this before, is related to nail polish. So this is another thing that I have to be checking into. There's a lot of chemicals in that, and it does seep into the bloodstream. There are some healthy alternatives and vegan nail polishes out there. And so I really want to explore that because, you know, our environment is so polluted with so much crap, and it is affecting us, not only mentally, but physically and spiritually. So let's see, what is our theme this week? And oh, this is so perfect for how crazy the energy is going to get. It is flexibility, especially with the holidays coming up. We need to remain extremely flexible right now. You know, these next couple of weeks could be an emotional roller coaster ride for all of us. And when you maintain flexibility in all of the situations and expecting delays, expecting computer issues and different things, and you remain flexible and you just kind of go with the flow, it's not as painful. It's much easier. Think of a willow tree in the wind. You know, it bends and it sways with however the wind is blowing. But a rigid tree, maybe that oak, if a strong wind comes by, it's going to break right in half. Well, that's how we are too. So important to remain flexible. I'm going to put that on my kitchen table so that I can remind myself all week when I go a little crazy to remain flexible. And then, before I get into the cards, I'm going to do my crystals of the week. With this crazy energy, obviously, I'm using Moonstone. And obviously, you can't see how beautiful this is. And all I could find was Black Moonstone today, which was crazy because I'm like, okay, this energy could be really dark. And I was very attracted to my Mookite. And the reason why I'm choosing Mookite, because it does have that root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra energy. It helps to keep us grounded. It really helps to smooth things out in times of stress. So that's why I'm going to be loving the Mookite. And also, I will probably be using this. This is lithium quartz. And I know you can't see it very well, but I find that whenever I place lithium quartz in my bra, it keeps my emotions very soothed. I haven't used it for a couple of weeks, which was to my detriment because I did some freaking out at work this week, which probably wasn't good. All right, so our cards for the week are very interesting. I'm using the Good Tarot from Colette Baron Reed, And we have the Page of Fire. I also have the King of Earth reversed, and I have the Four of Earth reversed. And so let me read to you what this is saying to me. Now this Page of Fire, gorgeous as he or she is almost the same as the Page of Wands that I drew last week. Of course, the symbolism is completely different, but they have a similar message. So that just solidifies that the energy is continuing to carry. And what I picked up from this is, just like last week's Page of Wands, pay attention to this full moon. You can see that in there. And the Mercury retrograde. And I feel like it's like, you know, because Mercury is that fiery planet, you're going to have to pay attention to the energies over the next 3 weeks. New ideas will be emerging, probably after the Mercury retrograde is over. So right before Christmas, be like the tiger. So you see this tiger symbolism down in here? Take back your power. And this is also telling me that you must manage your ability to manage your emotions. This represents overcoming your fears and the obstacles that are in your life. So how about that? Now for midweek, we will be full on into Mercury retrograde. So here is the King of Fire. Fire is represented by that Mercury planet. Oh, the King of Earth, I'm sorry. King of Earth. I don't know why I said fire. Maybe because of the color on the card. This is about identifying with outward things, basing your self-worth on material things that you may own and possess, basing your success on the material. I feel that somebody is not recognizing who they are on the inside, and everything in their life around them is based on what they have, who they're with, how big is the house, what car they drive, how many gifts are they giving you for Christmas. Everything is about this material. I find that that is also another thing about wellness, is also financial wellness. This is a great time of year to not buy into all the marketing, overspending, spending more money than you really can truly afford. It's not about the material things. This is saying realize that your work and your possessions are not your life. So, you know, it is end of the year. A lot of us are wrapping things up business-wise at our jobs. You know, maybe your employer is putting a lot of pressure on you for end of the year, end of the month. Your life is not your work, okay? There's so much more to life than just working all the time. And I'm taking a mental note of this myself, because I do work a lot. And then for the end of the week, we have the Four of Earth reversed. And this is about being over-possessive of material things again. Clinging and controlling and holding on to things and ideas and money and situations. Having a hard time letting go of stuff. And it could be mental stuff. It could be physical stuff. It could be holding on to a person that really doesn't belong in your life anymore. Mercury retrograde and this full moon are really going to shine a light in these areas of what you've got to let go. Just remember, this is a very powerful message for all of you. You cannot control what others choose to do. Remember that. And I know a lot of people have hard times staying out of other people's crap and business, but you have no control over what another person thinks, what another person does, how they live their life, how they act. You can only focus on yourself. And that's what I suggest that you do. So that's what I have for you for this week. Now, let's get into all of the cards that I drew for each sign. Okay. So for Aries, Aries, I have the Six of Water reversed. Stay in the present and stop looking back on how things used to be. Looking for love requires making an effort. Love will not fall out of the sky for you, so you need to get out there, put yourself out there, and get moving and grooving. All of these recommendations, though, are for after Mercury retrograde, so give it about 3 weeks. Taurus, I have the Six of Fire. This represents metamorphosis and positive changes that are coming to your life. Relationships will be changing, possibly new lovers coming into your life. So you must stay and be open to these changes and these new people coming into your life, because what is currently in your life or not in your life isn't working for you anymore. Gemini, and I love this because I am a Gemini. Hermit reversed. I love being a hermit. I truly, truly do. And so I feel like this card is giving me permission to be a hermit. But for Geminis and Gemini risings, it is okay to spend some time alone, but now is the time to let go and move forward. If you're looking for love, the past will return. Expect past lovers to come into your life. Running into them in the supermarket, getting an email from them, seeing them on Facebook. You have to really think to yourself, is it worth it? This could also be friends that you let go years ago, coming back into your life. You know, it is the holidays. You have to really think, is it worth it? Because it probably isn't. I always say, don't ever go backwards. Don't ever go back. Now, these predictions, these cards, these are for your sun sign and your rising sign. So hopefully you'll take advice from both. Cancer. For the Cancers and the Cancer risings, it's the Messenger of Water reversed. This is saying that you must remain grounded and allow yourself to have some fun for a change. If you're looking for love, this is a warning that you've been a little unrealistic and you have set your sights on an unavailable person, possibly. If this is the case, Messenger is warning you to set a time frame, and if your affections are not reciprocated within X amount of time frame, you must move on. Leo. Leo is the king of fire. This is about abundance of energy. So you're going to be extremely inspired, Leos, very ambitious. And when it comes to love, this is an excellent omen because someone has their eye on you. Virgo. Virgo is the Empress reversed. You need to balance your feminine and masculine energies at this time. Also, too, this indicates to me that there's possibly low self-esteem issues. When it comes to love, trust your intuition and follow your heart on those decisions. Otherwise, you will have regrets. Libra. The Call, reversed. This is showing me Archangel Gabriel. He's trying to get a message to you, saying that you have been hasty in your judgments and your decisions. They could be weighing heavy on you. Don't jump to conclusions. And when it comes to love, this is a make or break period. Don't assume anything in another person. Don't be judgy and don't make any snap judgments because you will lose. Scorpio. Scorpio brings the Hierophant, but she's reversed. Seems to be that you're confused about doing the right thing. The answers lie within you. When it comes to love, this also is saying to me that you've been extremely bored and you kind of want to step outside of the box. Maybe a need to cheat. This is saying, please be cautious because you too will lose. So right now you should just stick to the tried and the true. Yes, you could be bored. You want to spice up your life. It's not going to work. It's not going to work the way you want it to. Sagittarians. This is love, but it's reversed. Still giving really good energy. I will say that. Even when love is reversed, it's still love. Pay attention to, why can't I talk? This card is represented by Gemini, which is the opposite of Sag. All right, so this is saying to look for love in everything. It also cautions about mixing business with pleasure. And you need to stay focused on what is important in your life. It seems as though a lot of Sages are running amok. Their brain is going crazy, and that is because this full moon and the Mercury retrograde are happening in the sun in Sagittarius. So this could be a really difficult time for the Sages. When it comes to love, expect delays and a lot of impatience, so you must stay positive. Don't worry, everything will work out after the new year. Capricorns. We've got the Three of Earth reversed. This is not the time to slack off. You still need to give your best, or your business and your work will suffer. When it comes to love, beware of being subservient or feeling less than. Good time to meet someone through your work. Aquarius. Nine of Earth reversed. You too still need to put in some effort. This is also not a time to rest on your laurels and slack off. You also need to come up with some sort of a disciplined routine. When it comes to love, love does not complete you. You complete you. And then finally, for Pisces and Pisces risings, I have the Five of Water. What are you focusing on? Are you just focusing on all the negative? Or are you trying to stay positive? This is saying to me that the Pisces really have been keeping themselves in the muck. When it comes to love, I see an ending. All is not lost though, because with time and space, all wounds will heal. So that's all I have for you for this week. I know it's a little bit long, but I bet you it's worth it. Happy full moon, happy Mercury retrograde. It's a time to rest, relax, retreat, restore, renew. And that's it. That's all I've got. Peace and blessings. Until next time, I love all of you. Thank you for watching. Bye.